This is the plaintiff, Jeffrey Fairs. He says the defendant and his rinky-dink towing company damaged his van when they towed it, and the cowards refused to step up and pay for their misdeeds. He's a dancer, missed 3 days' work because he didn't have transportation, and he's here to ask the judge for help in getting his due justice. He's suing for $2,275, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Daryl Martinez. He says he towed the plaintiff's van from a commercial parking lot because he was soliciting for work there, and that's not allowed. As far as his claiming damage to his van, the guy paid the fee, picked it up, and said nothing about damages until he sued them. Bottom line, the van was beat up to begin with, and he owes nothing. He's accused of a sloppy tow.
Okay, Jeffrey Farris,
Yes,
you are suing Red Express 2 Incorporated, represented here by Daryl Martinez. Mr. Martinez, hello?
Yes.
Right? For $2,275 that you say you are out as a result of their negligence when they towed your van?
That's correct.
All right, what happened here?
What happened? I have a blue van in 2001. I parked the van in an illegal, place.
Illegal or legal?
Illegal.
Illegal?
That's right.
Okay.
I had, my mom.
These cases don't usually start out that way. Okay.
What happened
and
here?
And why? Why did you park? Where were you?
I was going to visit my fiancée with my
Okay.
mom. My mom happened to be a handicap. I had a wheelchair in the van.
Right.
And I had to take her. I took her to my fiancée, and I stayed for a little while, went back, and I did not find my van. I was towed. It's all right, because I did park it in an illegal area. Okay. I went to the precinct. I asked my van where. They gave me the address. I went to them, and I said, okay, what's the damage? They said $239 and 44 cents, something. I said, okay, here. I went outside to the lot. I find my, my van broken, damaged. And, I went back to the lady. I said, okay, my van is damaged. She said, okay, we pick it up like this. I said, what? How can I drive a van, broken, damaged?
What was wrong with it?
Happened to be that, the fender was broken, flat tire, missing plate, signal light, which is I'm not allowed. If I'm driving the van like this, the policeman will stop me. And
Right.
plus that
Okay, but there was a missing plate, as in somebody stole the plate?
the plate wasn't there.
Right, and when you parked it, it was there?
Of course, have to be everything legal, because this is against the law. The
Well,
policeman
including your parking spot was against the law. We know that you have no problem going ahead and violating the law there. So that last little sentence was a little over the top, if you know what I mean.
It made that. I'm not saying that,
Of course, I would never do anything against the law. Where were these pictures taken?
There.
At the site?
Their lot.
Okay, there's a tire iron in the tire. There's the front bumper is off. What's going on?
Hi.
Hi.
I don't have any recollection of this. There seems to be a misunderstanding, and Jeffrey Fairs and the person I thought that was going to be here.
What?
This is Jeffrey Fairs. I don't know who he is. I was under the impression that we were going to court with James Jeffrey. So I don't have anything. I don't have any. He was told for blocking someone's driveway. This guy was told for soliciting, trespassing on private property. It's two different people.
What? The other guy you're talking about got towed from where?
From Home Depot.
Okay, he was not towed from Home Depot.
No, I don't even know who this guy is.
Do you have any recollection of his case at all? Do you have any paperwork for his case?
No.
Oh man, you guys are a day late and a dollar short. Who in your office? Who are they? Who are these two people?
That's my wife, and that's the guy from Loss Prevention from Home Depot.
Oh. I'm sorry. But look, this is something that your office hands to you and says, go and handle this?
Yeah.
Or did you handle it? Did they leave you holding the bag, or did you mess up?
There was so much going on, because usually a tow driver who tows a car and then there's a court matter, that tow driver has to try to handle that.
Okay, go handle. I'm going to take a recess. You're going to get the right paperwork.
I'm going to try to get the right paperwork, but I mean...
Well, that's going to be sort of bad if you can't get the right paperwork, because this guy's loaded for bear.
I was ready for James Jeffrey, not this guy. I had my guns ready for that guy.
You were ready wait for the Home Depot guy. You were going to cremate the Home Depot guy here today.
He was going to be gone.
Yeah, well, sorry for you. That's not the case we're doing. So we're going to take a recess, get the right paperwork. I'll see you in a minute.
All rise.
Oh.
So how does this defendant protect himself from, say, an arguably bogus claim about damage to the vehicle?
He should photograph it before he loads it up on his truck.
Okay, I guess that works. Except the photos could have been taken later after the car was towed. What do you think?
He should show photographs and also show some testimonials from some of his customers and people who have used his service before.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of testimonials from people who had their cars towed to your place. I don't think so. What do you think?
As you do when you rent a car, you check it before your tow truck driver loads it, and you put it on the slip.
There you go. Ding, 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 ding. Going inside the courtroom.
Okay, so what did we learn?
Well, I learned that it does look like there was damage to his bumper. This is one of the receipts that he actually...
Give me all the paperwork on this case. On the right Jeffrey.
This one was
Dude, by the way, do you work at Home Depot? Do you solicit at Home Depot?
Yeah, this is...
Do you have anything to do with Home... Do you ever go to Home Depot?
I'm a dancer.
You're a dancer? Okay, I got to see that. Let's see.
One more.
Okay. That's you performing it's called dervish dance?
Whirling dervish.
Whirling dervish dance. Oh, look at that. Very interesting. Okay. No Home Depot at all. Okay. All right. Now, you handed me the form. This is what your office sent?
Right.
Okay, but I don't understand.
And it says front bumper damage on it.
Yeah, I know. It says that, but his carbon copy of the exact same thing doesn't.
Can I see that?
Yes, you can see it, because that would be very alarming, wouldn't it? It would look like your office doctored this up, okay? How is it that your copy says, oh, and there's all these marks and there's front end damage, but his carbon copy that he got before he saw the truck and saw the damage and complained about it doesn't have that?
Like I said, I wasn't a tow driver.
Yeah, but that's obvious that there's a crook in your office that does this routinely, that has no qualm about lying. What other conclusion can I reach from that? Give me something. Give me something, because I'm feeling awful angry right now. Give me something. What possible conclusion can I reach from this, other than what I just said?
I mean, it says there's a flat tire there also.
That's right. That's how I know it's the exact same form. Only one carbon, the one you released to him before he goes ballistic and sees the damage, has no other damage. And then after he comes in and complains, because we know that must have happened because of all the pictures, okay, then someone decides to write a bunch of marks all over the car and writes front bumper damage. And is there any other conclusion? Maybe I'm just cynical.
Right.
Is there some other conclusion I can reach besides that some jerk in your office, I don't know if it's you or somebody else,
because
it's
did that,
okay. Who handles the paper when he comes in after your tow? Who talks to him? Somebody else?
Right.
Okay, I hope so. Because then, okay, let's go back then. Some jerk other than you doctored this in.
Right, but I mean, he's claiming a lot of other things. If you
I
turn
want
the
to
thing
know
around,
how this can happen. Tell me how this can happen other than dishonesty.
Because I didn't
do
do
it. No,
it.
but I know. Okay, now work with me. You're an outsider looking in. Can you come up with any other explanation other than out and out dishonesty on the part of the company?
No.
Neither can I. Neither can I. You're suing for $1,647.76. That's the actual repairs that you paid to have done. You're suing for $450 for missed work. Explain that.
I miss work. I'm a dancer.
You're going to have to do better than that. Prove to me what you make so that I can figure out. You can't just pick a figure out of the sky. What days did you miss work? Prove to me what you make, and prove to me that you missed work over this.
I don't have.
Okay, that's done. I find in your favor in the amount of $1,647.76. How long have you worked for this company?
A couple
My
years.
father, what? Who owns the company?
My brother.
I got news for you. You guys look like garbage right now. Because especially if you have a bunch of cases pending, this doesn't look good for you guys. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
Well, here comes the defendant. 2 words for you. Busted.
Not busted for me, because I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't the tow driver.
No,
I came in.
Who doctored up the thing?
I have no idea.
Somebody in the office.
I don't know.
Head's gonna roll.
I don't know. Maybe.
All right, you head right down there. All right. All right. So come on out here.
Hi. How are you?
Hey, the whirling dervish.
Of course I am.
Uh-huh.
How you doing?
You satisfied how this comes out?
Of course I'm satisfied with everything, you know. I just did not, you know, have the proof for, you know, missing work.
Well, what's the going rate for a whirling dervish nowadays?
It depends. Sometimes, you know, $150, sometimes $500, sometimes $1,000. One time I made like, you know, $7,000, you know.
Just?
Yeah. And don't forget, you know, I was, you know, whirling dervish on David Letterman's show.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't get dizzy?
And John Stewart.
Really?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you so much,
All right.
and I'm so happy with the
You really
judge.
are. Harvey?
Bottom line, this is fraud, and it is lucky for the defendant that the plaintiff didn't ask for punitive damages. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.